Good morning. It's Bernard Nomberg with another weekly episode of Nomberg Law Live. I'm with my friend Veronica Wehby-Upchurch, who is the current executive director of the North Central Alabama Komen Foundation. Good morning, Veronica.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me on today.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you giving me a few minutes of your time today.
Of course.
The reason why we're here is the upcoming annual Race for the Cure in downtown Birmingham is fast approaching.
It is.
And I thought of nobody better to talk about it than you, Veronica.
Well, thank you.
I know that you're fairly new to the Birmingham Komen or Alabama Komen. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing.
So I'm new to my role as executive director, but I have been involved with the affiliate for about 12 years. I first got involved when one of my friends was diagnosed with breast cancer when we were 24. And we decided we wanted to get involved to give back. And so the first thing we did was join the Race for the Cure committee. And so we helped with planning that for years. And I served as race chair for a while and a member of the board of directors. And then last year, just about a year ago, I took over as executive director. So I'm really excited to be here. It's the organization is just so important to me. It's been such a big part of my life. The cause is really important. Not only was one of my best friends diagnosed, I have an aunt who has since had breast cancer. And of course, I've made many friends over the years just through involvement here. And so I know so many people who have been affected.
Certainly, as we all have. And that's how I think most people become intimately involved in fundraising, in getting involved in getting out education,
Right.
spreading the word about just educating those people who need and those folks who need access to the medical care.
Right.
We're going to talk about a little bit of what the Alabama Komen office, what your affiliate does.
Sure.
But before we get to those parts, I want to talk about, we've got a race coming up in about 2+ weeks.
Yes, sure. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so I don't need to remind you how
That's
close
right.
it is. And for those of you who are watching us live, for those of you who watch us later on, if you have questions, if you're looking for information, just put it in the comments section that's here next to the show that we're doing, and we'll make sure that Veronica or the staff here that gets the information and gets the answers for you. If they don't have the information, I know these fine folks here will get the information for you.
Sure.
All right, let's talk about the race.
Okay.
The race is October 13th
Yes.
in downtown Birmingham.
Yes.
And I'm going to let you tell us a little bit more.
Okay, so we will be back at Regents Field this year. Last year was our first year at that new venue. We loved it. It was it's a beautiful spot. It was a great day. The field is always so pretty, and it was just so nice to see everybody fill up that spot. We'll have our expo area inside there, as we always do. We'll have our Hope Village area. That's formerly called Survivor Cafe. We now refer to it as Hope Village because we are, that's for celebrating survivors and those who are living with metastatic breast cancer. And part of the Hope Village area is also an expo, and that's specific resources for those who are going through treatment still, or those who have been through treatments. Just some extra resources for them to help them on their on their survivorship journey. We have wonderful sponsors who will be out there, and in our expo area they will have a variety of their giveaway items and all of that kind of stuff. There's a kids area, which is always a lot of fun. We'll have a few vendors out there with some like food and coffee and all that kind of stuff. And then we will, so the venue actually opens at 7, so people can come in at 7.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning,
on the 13th.
October 13th.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me ask you, logistics wise,
Yes.
where do you guys recommend people park?
Okay, so if you go to our website, KomenNCAlabama.org.
And we'll put that in the comments section.
Right, it's NC like North Central Alabama. You can click on our race website, and there's several links on there that talk about like event day information. There's some maps that show the race course, and then we have a map of parking lots that are in the area. So you can just click on the links.
So there are some designated parking lots as well as street parking, whatever is open at the time. I'm sure a lot will be marked off, particularly along the raceway as we get closer to the time of the actual race. But there should be plenty of parking.
Absolutely. And also, if anyone who's registered as a survivor or living with metastatic breast cancer gets a parking pass to park in a specific deck, and that's at the deck for the Department of Public Health, Jefferson County Department of Public Health. They have generously allowed us to use that for survivor and those living with metastatic breast cancer parking.
And if you want one of those passes, how do you get one?
So those are available at packet pickup. So when you pick up your race packet, which will include a race number, a bib, race bib with a number on it, you have to be wearing that to gain entry into Regents Field that day.
Sure.
You'll get your T-shirt. If you are a survivor, there's a pink T-shirt. If you're living with metastatic breast cancer, it's a berry colored shirt. And if you are a race participant, it'll be a white shirt. And so everyone gets one of those when you register. And we'll be at packet pickup at Brookwood Village starting the Monday before the race. We'll be there from 10 to 6 each day. And we'll be upstairs between the food court and where the Belk space used to be. There'll be a space there. It's the same one that we were in last year. So if you came last year, we'll be in that same spot.
So this is the old Brookwood Mall spot in Homewood, just a couple of miles from here.
Sure.
You park underneath, you go upstairs, and that's where race packet pickup will be.
Yes.
And again, I know it's a lot of information being thrown at you very quickly. We'll try and put as much information as we can in the comment section. And of course, you can always call here or go to the website for more detailed information.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go back to the day of the race. A lot happens in the months and weeks and days leading up to the day of the race, but let's talk about just the race day for now.
I'm going to pull up our little race day schedule. So
good, because I was getting ready to ask you to kind of talk us a little bit through.
That way we can walk through
the timing of events.
Yes, and so things are actually going to be a little bit different this year. We're excited about a couple of changes that we've made. So as I said, Regents Field opens at 7 a.m. and if you by chance haven't had time to register before then, you can register day of. The registration fee does go up $5 on race day, so we encourage everyone to register early. But you can still pick up your packet and get your T-shirt and your bib the day of if you don't have a chance to do it before then. So that starts at 7, and you have to be wearing your bib to enter Regents Field. So you can come in and you can start enjoying, all of the things that we just discussed with the sponsor area, the kids area. We have a great affiliate tent area, so we have it's our education area, so you can learn some facts about breast cancer, learn about risk factors, learn about new treatments that are out. We will have some of our grantees there, so you can learn about some of the programs that we are funding here. We'll have some researchers there presenting on different topics, so you can get a research update. We have an advocacy tent called I Vote for the Cure, and that is for people to get involved and make sure they know how to communicate with their elected representatives about issues that come up that are important in healthcare and specifically in breast cancer. And so every once in a while there'll be initiatives that come up. And we'll send out emails about that. And so this is a way for people to sign up to make sure they know about those things, because it's very important to make your voice heard. That's one thing that's really special about Komen is that we address breast cancer on all fronts. So we're educating everyone about risk factors. We're educating them about treatment options. We are paying for screenings. So for those who can't afford mammograms, we have a grant through the Department of Public Health for women to be able to access that. We have a wonderful transportation assistance program. So anyone who is being treated in our service area can qualify for gas cards to get to and from their treatments.
And what's the service area defined as?
It's the top 38 counties of North Central Alabama. So if you're looking at the map,
geographically,
yes. So if you're looking at a map, it's basically just above Montgomery to the state line.
Wow.
Yes.
Very good.
And so so we have that wonderful program that's been very popular. It's a wonderful way. It's a very tangible way to really help people when they're going through this, because that way you don't have to worry about paying for medication instead of paying for gas in your car. It's just it's an easy way to get people where they're going. The other thing that Komen does is we fund research, and so the wonderful thing about being a Komen affiliate is that we all pool our money together for the National Research Grants Program, so that all of the Komen affiliates across the country are helping to fund breakthrough research as it occurs across the country. And lots of times that's occurring, right here in our service area. So, for example, since our affiliate was founded in 1994, over $15 million in research money has come back to Alabama. So it's really wonderful. Everything's making an impact here at home. So anything that you donate is really making an impact locally for people in this community.
I'm glad you addressed that, because I've been asked many, many times over the years, if I donate here locally, where does my money go?
Right.
And you're now answering that, and that's so great to hear.
Yeah, I sort of went on a tangent there about a little bit off of the race day schedule.
We'll get back to it. It's all good information.
But it's just important, I want to make sure that people know that this is our largest fundraiser. This is the way that we're able to do the work that we do in our service area. And those are some of the things I described as what we're doing. We're doing the interview in our office space, our community office, which is located in Nomberg.
That's why you're hearing the ding of the bell. It's the front door. People are coming in and out.
We have people coming in and out. We have people picking up race signs, picking up registration forms, dropping off donations.
Speaking of which, there are hundreds of these here at this office, and they need them gone.
Exactly. We don't need them in the office. We need them out in yards. We need them, distributed out in the community. If you have some time, we'd love for you to come up and help us get them out in the community. In addition, we have some of these posters for this year's race, which we love. They look pretty great. Nice. And again, we want those out, in some of your favorite spots around town. We have some of these little postcards that help. And then also this is our race brochure. This has the paper registration form in it. So if you're not a fan of registering online, we do offer paper registration as well.
Speaking of this, my Emily several years ago was featured on the poster. One of the at the end of each race year, when awards are being given out, as you know, there's an award in Karen's memory, and some awesome photographer snapped a picture of Emily hugging that year's recipient, and then the next year you guys turned it into the poster. Yeah. I was in North Atlanta getting gas a few weeks before the race that particular year, and it was one of those gas station the gas pumps that had computers and TVs in it.
The ads.
And all of a sudden, I'm seeing a picture of Emily hugging the recipient in Atlanta on this, and it was so cool to see that. You guys do such a great job of getting out the word, spreading the information and news. And if you guys want yard signs or any of these things, I'll be glad to bring them to you, including you, Mom. I'll make sure I get a yard sign to you.
That's perfect.
I don't mean to interrupt all the awesome things that you guys are doing here, but I want to make sure that we've covered all the education you guys do, all of the outreach, all of the different services that are available to those who need information, who need transportation, who need medical care.
Sure. So some of the things that we do out of this community office, we have a yoga class for survivors and co-survivors that meets here on Monday nights. And a co-survivor, if you don't know, is a friend or a loved one, could be a spouse, could be a parent, could be their best friend, who sort of walks the journey with the person as they're going through, their breast cancer journey. And so if someone's going through treatment, whoever their support person is welcome to come to those classes as well. It's very popular. We have a lunch and learn series, education series, and we actually have one later today. And so we'll be doing a Komen Mythbusters lunch and learn session. So if you've had questions about Komen, you can tune into that and hear more.
And where is that held?
It'll be here at our office, but we'll also be doing a Facebook Live.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
So if you can't get out or don't feel like getting out, just tune into Facebook like you're doing now.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so we do those a couple times a month. And it covers a variety of topics. So we've had guest speakers come in to talk about things like chemo brain, which is, a lot of patients, when they're taking chemo, they experience some memory loss and different side effects like that. And so there's a group that has been a grant recipient here who studies that and who has tips on how to deal with that, and has some studies related to that. We did one a few months back about the importance of routines, and that helps when people are dealing with things like memory loss.
Sure.
And even if you're not going through chemo, I certainly learned a lot of pretty good steps. When things are getting busy around here like they are in race season, it's pretty good to not have to think about where you laid your keys down.
Sure.
If you just put them in the same place. So it was a really good, that was a really good session. And I think people learned a lot of really good tips from it. So we love our Lunch and Learn series.
Okay, guys, and I don't mean to interrupt. I want to reset real quick. For those of you just joining us, just tuning in or watching us later on, I am sitting with the Executive Director of North Central Alabama Komen affiliate, Veronica Wehby-Upchurch. Veronica is not only educating us about what the North Central Alabama affiliate does on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, and they have for over almost 25 years, 24 years now, but we're also talking about Race Day. Race is coming up in downtown Birmingham, October 13th. And in a minute, we're going to get to some more of the Race Day pre-race activities, post-race activities. And then we're going to get into the fundraising and what's going on with the teams and individuals. So it's all good stuff, and we appreciate you stopping by for a few minutes. Veronica, let's go back. You were talking about some of the activities, some of the things that your affiliate here does to help educate not only the patients, but their families, their loved ones, their friends, those who are helping them and walking this journey with them.
So another service we offer is we have a speakers bureau. So if there's a group, for example, if it's a church group or a group at a temple or a mosque that wants someone to come and speak, you can request a speaker. We also have a wonderful, it's called Worship in Pink, and that program is actually going on now. The kickoff is this weekend, and you can register your place of worship, and you'll receive a packet which includes some educational materials, some pretty fans that have our logo on them, and some pink ribbons for people to wear so that you can host a breast cancer awareness service at your place of worship. The official Worship in Pink weekend is the first weekend in October. However, you're welcome to host it any weekend that works best for the congregation. And throughout the month, we'll have representatives appearing at various places around town, around in our service area, speaking, giving educational seminars. A lot of times businesses ask us to come in to do lunch and learns for their staff, for their employees, for some of their wellness programs. I did one a few weeks back for Oakworth Capital Bank. And so we can really try to get the word out to people in ways that it's most convenient for them. So we can come to your office, come to your place of worship. You can come and see us here. Like I said, we have our Lunch and Learn series.
You know what I'm hearing, and it goes with anything in life, regardless of where you are in your journey with this dreadful disease, taking the first step of educating yourself, making yourself available to be educated, opening yourself up to learn what you need to learn. And that's a very scary proposition for most folks.
Well, it can be overwhelming. It can be very overwhelming. And, we have people that call all the time that say, I was just diagnosed. I don't really know where to start. Another great tool we have here is our lending library. And actually that's what you see on the walls here.
In the main lobby.
Yeah, in the room where we're sitting now. Hi. And so someone will be out in just a moment. Yes. We have someone here picking up actually a Worship in Pink packet for their church. So that's very exciting. But we have a community lending library here. So if there's a specific topic that someone's interested in learning more about, we have lots of books about that. We have books about all different kinds of things about, how to talk to your doctor, or if you want to hear a narrative about how someone else's experience with breast cancer was. There's even books about how to talk with your children about it. There's reference books with, talking about different studies and with statistics. It basically covers all manner of subjects for people who are looking for resources that way. And
all of this can be done as privately as the patient or the family wants it to be, or as publicly as they prefer.
Absolutely.
I know that just dealing with so many people here at the local Komen affiliate, how respectful they are how well intended they are, they certainly will try to be as responsive as requested.
Well, we appreciate that. We certainly do our best. We want, we want people to know that we're here. We're here for them. We're here to do, whatever is in our power to do,
Sure.
To help them. And that really that harkens back to why the race is so important for us, because it is our largest fundraiser, and it is the way that we are able to provide the services that we provide here. And, we were talking about the race day schedule.
Let's get back into that
about when, we said that Regents Field opens at 7, so people can come in and, kind of enjoy the festivities. That's when our Hope Village will open. And then we'll start lining up for the Parade of Hope. The lineup will start at 8 a.m. And the parade will begin after that. So it will be a parade to the start line, and we'll take a picture. And then this year we are doing our ceremony a little differently. So this is your official notice that we'll need you at the start stage on race morning. So we're doing our opening ceremony at 8:45 because we wanted to make sure that we had as much of the audience as possible. So a lot of times when we've done our award ceremony at the end of the race, people have had a great run. They're ready to kind of get back on the road and get back to where they're going. And we really wanted to be able to have everyone see, we want to be able to recognize our top fundraisers. We want everyone to see the hard work that everyone's done. And, there's 2 very special awards. There's the one in memory of Kate. And also there's one in memory of another wonderful person, Violetta, the Pink Lady Award. And so we'll be giving both of those out in our opening ceremony.
Very good.
And so we hope that we'll have more people there to hear those stories and to see about all the hard work that everyone's doing.
So is it the idea you want as many folks to come inside the stadium early and then go back outside? So
the lineup for the race is outside of the stadium. So because the race will go through downtown, and you can find the course map online. So to come into the stadium, you have to be registered and have a race bib. To participate in the race, you need to be registered. Some people prefer not to run, not to walk, and that's fine. We have plenty of volunteer opportunities. We a great thing called Pink Squad. So you can register to be along the race course and cheer people on as they're going through.
And that's always a big help. All the folks cheering and clapping and singing, the music, it really is very lively throughout the entire race, and it really pushes people along.
It is, and that was a really popular option last year because they have special t-shirts for that. And so there's a link for that under volunteers on the website. So the official 5K start is at 9:15, and then the 1 mile will start at 9:45. So we'll send everybody off on their way. When they come back, the water stops and the fruit and everything will be back inside of Regents Field. So there were some questions about that last year. It was just right back inside the gate. There's a water stop on the course. And so then, you'll come back in. You can, enjoy more of the day there. Enjoy, checking out how beautiful Regents Field looks that day.
One of the questions I get sometimes is, what if it's bad weather? What if it's a storm? What if it's rain? How do we deal with that?
So the event will take place if it's raining. If it's dangerous rain weather, then we will not hold the event. But we will still appreciate everyone's donations and all that everyone has done, because after all, that is the reason for holding the day is to go towards the work that we do. But I've definitely been at the race on very, very rainy days, and as long as it is safe to be outside, we will hold the race. But like I said, if there's a tornado or something like that, we're definitely not going to be out there.
Your best judgment. Let's talk about donations. We're in the heart of it. We're in the, I'm not going to say the final stretch because you take donations all year round, but as we're leading up to this race, there are definitive deadlines to join your teams, to get into the to be a participant, an official participant, and we want to talk about some deadlines that are coming up. Today is September 25th, so go.
Okay, so the deadline to be included, so we pack team boxes together at Brookwood. So the deadline to be included in that box is October 1st. However, you can still join a team after that date. You just have to pick up your packet on your own.
Right.
And some team captains actually prefer to let their team members pick up their own packet. So you need to, if you can talk to your team captain about which choice they've made. Some people, they have really large teams and it's just easier for everybody to pick them up individually. Some people want them to be all together in one box. So if you want your all of your things into the team box, the deadline is October 1st. The other thing is that we do awards for top fundraisers. And so the top 5 fundraising teams get a special tent on race day, and they will receive breakfast courtesy of Whataburger this year for their entire team. So the deadline for that, for donations for that, is October 8th. And then the Thursday before the race is the deadline for the final fundraising awards for like individual awards.
To be counted for the total.
To be counted for the fundraising awards.
Right.
So donations will still be credited towards a team until November 15th. So you have a month after the race still to continue, gathering donations.
And just to be clear,
fundraising.
Just to be clear, they take donations all year round, regardless of this race or not. What we're talking about are just deadlines to be able to count toward team totals, individual totals, and the like.
Sure.
And I gotta say, I know. Let's talk about the teams and individuals. I know that Team Kate Has Hope is an annual top fundraising team. We want other teams to beat us.
Yeah.
We enjoy being one of the top teams. We're very proud of our efforts. But we need other teams to step up. We need other teams to bypass us.
Yeah.
We have been in the top for many, many years. And again, I'm very proud of our efforts. We have a large team. We have a lot of dedicated family and friends, and we're very, very appreciative. But I want to see some of these other teams that are either lower down on the list or not even on the list to jump us.
And there's still plenty of time to do that. And there's also, in addition to the fact that what you're doing is going to a really great cause. It's going to provide all of the services we discussed. It's going to, break through research across the country and here at home. There's also some recognition items that people can be eligible for this year. There's a flyer on our website, and this is it. Okay, so you can see it there. So there's a few items there that if you raise a certain amount, you can get a specific item, and I've got a couple of examples of those here.
Very good.
So this is if you raise $100, you're eligible to get this little phone case. So this sticks to the back of your phone, so it holds your credit cards, and then this bends out so you can, prop your telephone up.
Very cool.
So that is if you raise $100. And then we have a neat little, let's see, this is a nice bag here. This is if you raise $500, you're eligible to receive that. Oh, here we go. This is the cup. So that's a nice little coffee mug. That's if you raise $250. And then this is a nice little hoodie with the race logo on it. And this is the ladies version. There is a men's version as well. And this is if you raise $750. Then there is this beautiful bag. Very nice size duffel bag here. This is if you raise $1,000. And then there is this really nice jacket. This is the men's version. So there's a ladies version of this one as well. This is a real nice quality jacket. This is if you raise $1,500 or more. And then there's prizes for $2,500 and $5,000 as well.
Very good.
So set those goals high. And don't be shy, ask the people around you. People really like helping people. And I think sometimes it's intimidating for people to ask people for money. Sometimes people don't really like to do it. But a lot of people, and I found that, in my experience, sometimes people just want to be asked. And it doesn't take a lot from, each individual to be able to, someone doesn't have to give you a huge donation to be a help. Small donations help as well. There's a wonderful feature when you register, you can connect your fundraising to your Facebook page, so you can fundraise
just
through
getting
Facebook.
Ready to say that it's just a few clicks and you can raise money pretty easily, and it's
Yeah.
not invasive. If people don't want to participate, they just ignore it or they click off of it.
Sure.
But setting it up through your Facebook personal page is a very easy thing to do.
Yeah.
And for those of you joining us, and we're getting close to the end of the interview, I appreciate you stopping by for a few minutes. I'm with the Executive Director of the North Central Alabama Komen affiliate, Veronica Wehby-Upchurch. She's been educating us not only on Race Day, which is coming up on October 13th in downtown Birmingham, but she's talking about and has told us about what wonderful educational opportunities and information and services that they have here at the Birmingham office. And they service, I assume, the entire state of Alabama at one point or another in some capacity, but there's so much information, and I know it can be a little bit of overwhelming, but all you have to do is start. You just have to pick up the phone. You just have to go to the website, which is what?
It's KomenNCAlabama.org. So that's Komen, NC, like North Central, Alabama.org. And you can see all about our services. You can see about all of our programming. You can click on the race website so that you can register, so that you can donate, so that you can start fundraising. You can see all about what we do year round. And there's plenty of links to educational resources as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a really robust website. There's a lot of information on there. And of course, it's got the ways you can reach out and contact us.
And we're in downtown Homewood.
Right.
What's the general number here if people want to call?
So the number is 205-263-1700. And you can always email us at info@KomenNCAlabama.org. And we can respond to you. We can get you any information. You can find us on Facebook, North Central Alabama, Susan G. Komen.
And we'll put all that in the comments.
And you can follow
section.
us on Instagram as well.
Very good.
So we try to be very accessible, and we're here to answer any questions. We're here to help if you need any help, if you need any access to any of the resources we've discussed.
And my Sydney wants to know if you have this in my size. She thinks I'd look pretty good in this. That's funny, Sydney. I'll see you later today. Thank you again for joining us in another weekly episode of Nomberg Law Live. Veronica, such great information. Thank you for sharing it with us. I want to make sure that you run through real quick just a couple of the deadlines. We've got the race on October 13th.
Right.
To join a team or to join the race, let's just run through those real quick.
So you can register and you can be added to a team at any point up to race day. If you want your packet included in your team box, you need to be registered by October 1st. If you don't make that deadline, you can still come and pick up your packet. You're still part of the team. Your fundraising still goes towards your team for credit. The deadline for the top 5 teams who get their special tents on race day is October 8th. And Thursday before the race is the deadline for. We got some yard signs over there. They are ready to get out of here. So right. Come on by and pick some up and get them out. But the deadline for some of the individual fundraising is the Thursday before the race. That's when and that's for the fundraising awards. So that is for the awards that are announced on race day. You can still continue to collect donations. It will be credited towards you and your participation center and your team until November 15th. So there's still time. There's still time to help us reach our goals. And also just remember that we're here all year. We're here 365 days a year, and so we're always around. If the race isn't fitting your schedule, we've got other things going on. And really, if the race doesn't fit in your schedule, but you're still interested in fundraising, you can register as a virtual participant. You still can get a race packet, and so you still get the T-shirt. You still get the fundraising center, so that you can fundraise and qualify for some of these awesome recognition items that we discussed. And like I said, there's things going on all year, and so you're welcome to join us at any time. And you can visit us at www.KomenNCAlabama.org, or you can call us 205-263-1700.
Thank you so much. This was a very good session, and I appreciate you all tuning in, whether it's for the full or just a few minutes. It's all information. This will conclude our interview for today. We'll be back, of course, again next Tuesday.